Hillary Clinton is now just hours from officially accepting the Democratic nomination for president and really making the biggest speech by any measure of her life. Last night, Vice President Joe Biden applauded Clinton as he went after Donald Trump as well, saying that he doesn't care about the middle class. But a recent poll now shows Trump, in fact, winning among working white class voters and rural voters. The numbers are there. He has the 36-point advantage among white registered voters who don't have college degrees. And when you look at rural voters here, Trump leads 60 to 35%. However, some of the speakers here in Philadelphia this week, speakers such as actress Erika Alexander, argue that it's Hillary Clinton who will fight the hardest for the American worker.
My mother was a teacher. My father was an itinerant preacher. They worked multiple jobs to feed their 6 kids. We were the working poor. Still, we had our eyes on a future where we were just like the folks on TV. More the Jeffersons than good times. Y'all feel me? Yes, my family struggle is familiar to millions of American families today. No one will fight harder for these families, for us all, than Hillary Clinton.
Moving on up to the catbird seat, Erika Alexander, good enough to join me now. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you for the invitation.
A rousing speach, and I wonder, especially for a Philly girl like yourself,
oh, yeah.
What was it like to be a part of this?
You know what? They've made it painless, and they've done such a good job here. Everybody has. Everybody. You can feel the love, the brotherly love here, and I think I was very calm going up there. Mm-hmm. I felt very at home, but also this is a great moment, so it's really not about me. I was just hoping to, you know, as usual, not trip, and I didn't.
Well done. Well done.
At a low bar, you did. Yes.
The message you wanted to convey has one that we have seen perhaps co-opted by Donald Trump, who has really presented himself as a champion of the unheard American, perhaps the left behind American. Last week in Cleveland, he was referred to lovingly as a blue-collar billionaire. I wonder then,
yes.
Why do you think this is, in fact, a message best communicated by Hillary Clinton?
Well, he does great branding. I give him that. But Hillary Clinton has spent years with these issues that he's never had to think about or talk about. Obviously, she has a background. Her father is from Scranton, her grandfather, and her father was a small businessman who made draperies. And you're looking at a woman whose father paid for her education, and then she paid for her law degree. So she knows something about a little skin in the game. She was one of the first group of women, I guess, you know, second-tier generation to go to college and to have those responsibilities. And so we're talking about blue-collar issues to a woman who's lived them their whole life. She just happens to be somebody who you've known her whole life, but she was the head of the household in Arkansas because Bill Clinton didn't make that much money as a governor. And I think we need to remember that she wasn't just that, she was a mother. She was the first partner at the Rose Law Firm. She wrote the policy for women for maternity leave there. They didn't have one. So I think that the type of person that raised her, which she refers to her mother a lot, but she loves and adored her father, these are the girls and the women that they raised. And I think that the men that you're talking about that maybe Trump may be appealing to now need to remember that this is their legacy. They told us that we could be anything. The men that raised us said, don't get up, don't cry, don't worry about it. You can do it. And now that we're doing it, I want them to be at the first of the door to say, we got your back, we got your front, too. And they need to remember that this is their history, too. They made this happen. We couldn't have done this without the help of many white men in different positions that helped the disenfranchised get to this area, get to this place. And so I believe that this is their world that they created, and they need to take ownership and be happy, but also defend the door. They're our first defense. I always say, without our men, without a heartbeat, that's our foundation. We need them. So I invite them to look at this and say that Hillary Clinton is that woman, that girl that you said, to get out there and don't take no stuff from the men. So come and defend her.
And in so being, she has really made history.
Yes.
And maybe it was the rancor of the primary season leading us here to Philadelphia. Perhaps it's the fact that she has spent decades in the public eye, but it was almost as though we had to stop and pause to appreciate the moment that we saw. A woman now atop a major party ticket as a presidential nominee.
Yes.
Certainly an essentially emotional thing for so many who witnessed it. What was it like for you?
Again, I went to the Philadelphia High School for Girls. I was taught by my instructors, female and male, that not only would this moment come, but that we should be ready for it and be prepared. And so part of me feels like this is a natural progression, not because the first black president, but because that's the way our nation was moving. So I get that it's difficult, and they told us that it would be. And of course I pause, but sometime maybe because I've been trained this way to just don't look at now, keep looking toward the future, keep looking at what you say you're going to do and try to do the best you can. So even on that stage, people said, "Oh, are you happy?" And I said, "Yeah, I am, but I keep thinking about November." And I think in November we'll be thinking, "Okay, let's hope we can do what we said we're going to do." But I have to say that a lot of people, and I have to say young men have been saying, "Make sure you breathe, Erika, and enjoy this." And I'm actually shocked because that message, at least for me, hadn't been coming from women.
Yeah.
I think we just been chucking, but somebody was like, "No, this is partly because you helped make it, so enjoy it." And that feels weird, but yes, I've been looking around when all the people are here and everybody's here at this moment going, we're moving, and not just as a nation, but as the human race.
We only have a couple seconds, but tonight, you looking forward to her words?
It's everything. I'm looking forward. She's going to do what she's always done. She's going to tell the truth. She's going to say what she's going to do and what she plans to do. But she's also going to represent. This is a woman who doesn't know anything but work. She says she's a worker, or she's not a show horse. So some people may compare her to other people as a speaker. I think she does well. I think she's exactly what she needs to be. But more importantly, she's earned this moment. She happens to be a Scorpio. So, I got to give a shout out to the Scorpios out there. Boom shakalaka. It's August. Leos are coming up. Mr. President, happy birthday. So, yeah, this is going to be a great moment, and I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here with you.
Glad to have you. Look, anytime I can get a Good Times reference, for those of us of a certain vintage, I very much appreciate it.
You got it.
Erika, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Josh. My pleasure.